In this video, I'm going to show you how you can produce a world map in which all the borders of all the countries in the world are shown. And then we're going to color in that map based on data. And specifically, the data we're going to look at is the corruption perception index. So we can model how corrupt countries are and produce a nice visual representation of that. We need a few packages to do this. Our map's going to be produced with ggplot2. We're also going to install the maps package. And we're also going to use tidyverse. This is just going to link a couple of data sets together for us. So we need to install those packages. If you haven't already done so, and if you have, you just need to pull those out of your library. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to get the coordinates to be able to draw all the different countries on our map. And we use the map data function here, and we just ask for world. So this gives us the entire world. It gives us a world map. I'm going to save that as an object. I'm going to call it world coordinates. And obviously, you can call it anything you like. This is going to save us a little data frame here. So the world coordinates, we can look at that if we like. It's massive. We've got the longitude and latitude for all different countries. And this will enable us to draw the lines around countries. So just to keep it simple to begin with, first thing I'm going to do is just build a world map. And then I'm going to just color in the sea, a unified color, and then just clean up all the axes and so on. So I'll do this as a two-stage process. So this is what the simple map would look like. So all I'm asking for is the geomap function. The data is world coordinates, and the map is from world coordinates. The aesthetic I'm plotting is the longitude and lat. So long and lat, longitude and latitude in the data set. And the map ID is region. So we're mapping the region because that's what the countries are referred to in this data frame. And that will produce our map. We can choose some options here. So I'm going to have the lines are going to be black. The fill, so I'm going to fill in the map light green. So the land's going to be light green, and my line width is going to be 0.2. And you can mess around with that, as how flat the lines are to draw your countries. And then I'm just going to clean everything up. So I'm going to do my panel background as light blue. It's just going to be stuff that isn't countries. It's going to be light blue. It's going to look like the sea. There's also grids on these maps. So we've got a minor and major grid. I'm just going to do those light blue as well. So that gives us a nice ground that's all consistent. And then I'm just going to get rid of the axis title, the axis text, and the axis ticks for both the X and the Y axis. And what that does is it just gets rid of any of this axis information whatsoever. So we've got no labels at all. There's our world map. It's a bit squished, but that is just because the way I've got this set up. So there's our world map. But what we want to do is color in these countries based upon some data. And the data is the corruption perception index, the data from 2024. So I downloaded this from Amnesty International and I cleaned up the data a little bit for you, so it's nice and straightforward. So I've just read that in and I called it DF. So if you view our DF here, we can see we've got the region, which is different countries, and then the corruption perception index for that country. Higher scores mean less corruption. So I need to combine my data sets first. So I need to combine this data set, corruption perception index, with my world coordinates. And I'm going to use from the tidyverse package, the left join function. And I'm going to join these two data frames together. And I'm going to join them by region. This region appears in both data sets, and that's what I want to sync the things up by. This is going to create me a new data frame that I'm going to call home for combined. Again, you can call that anything you like. There we go. We've added them together. You can see this drops a bit. There's less lines of data. That's because just some countries aren't represented in the CPI data. In particular, none of this is drawn because it doesn't have a country. It's Antarctica, so it doesn't have a corruption perception index. And a few other little bits and pieces will be missing. So now I can develop my map. So I can do my ggplot. My data is now the combined data set, comb. And then I've got my aesthetics, longitude, latitude. It's going to be filled according to region. And then my group is group. And then this is the new bit. So I've got my polygons. So the polygons are basically the shapes of the countries. And I want to fill these based upon the variable CPI. So there's a variable in my combined data set. I'll just show you in this one called CPI. So that's the information it's going to use to fill. I'm just going to as well, labs fill equals CPI. This is on the figure legend, it's just going to label the figure legend as CPI. And really, the last important bit is my scale fill. I want my scale fill continuous. So this is going to neatly fill my countries based on the levels of perceived corruption from very low scores, which are bad, in red to high scores, which are going to be in yellow. So we'll see from red through to orange through to yellow. I'm also going to put a label on it. I'm going to use ggtitle. Label equals Corruption Perception Index 2024. So that's going to be my major title. And then below that, I'm going to put a subtitle that's going to say Source Transparency International. So people know where I've got my data from. This stays the same. Just getting rid of all the information off these axes. I've just done it a bit wider rather than long in this example, but everything else is exactly the same. I can run this, and there we go. And let's zoom in on that so you can see that a little bit more clearly. So I have my countries, and my countries are now coloured in based on the CPI score. The more red countries have higher levels of corruption. So we see high levels of corruption like the South Sudan. The very low scores is actually up in Denmark here. We can see Scandinavia's pretty low corruption levels. See Canada there is lower corruption levels in the US, and to Mexico's more corrupt, and some corruption in Central America there. It's a really simple way we can present this form of data.